What's going on? It's time to talk about well, it's kind of funny because I talked about a terrible family film that came out in the early 2000s, and now we're going back to the 80s and talking about a horror icon. Yeah, I reviewed the remake of this about a year ago. Finally going to start talking about at least the original for now. I'm probably not going to do the sequels yet, but today we're going to be talking about Child's Play. What I think of it is released by United Artists, which is owned by MGM now, and back in November 9th, 1988, and it was written by Don Mancini, John Lafia, and Tom Holland, and it was produced by David Kirshner and directed by Tom Holland. So, yeah, and if you're not sure, Tom Holland's film background, he's the one who's worked on. He's the one who directed like Fright Night and Fright Night Part Two, Thinner, Stephen King's Thinner. I'm gonna have a review for that one eventually. The Langoliers, I've done that one. That one's on the channel somewhere, and Psycho 2, which is also coming. So yeah, he has quite the background in horror, hit and miss, good little mix up different types of horror and stuff like that. And it's had a box office earnings of $44.2 million, but I believe it had a budget of $4 million or something like that, if I remember correctly. And yeah, so it made a substantial profit back in 1988 when it came out. So if you're not familiar with the Child's Play films for some reason, basically there's a killer called the Lakeview Strangler, and a cop tries to kill him in a toy store as he was like committing crimes and almost killing somebody else, and thinks he kills him, but thanks to some voodoo witchcraft, it transfers his soul into a Chucky doll, which is a character in a popular fictional character in this film, and the whole toy store goes up and destroyed, and then a homeless man gets a hold of it, and then there's a mother and her son who really likes the Chucky TV show, and she's like working a 9 to 5 at the department store around Christmas time and can't take care of her son, and she finds out that he really wants this like talking doll, so but she can't afford it, and then she eventually finds the homeless guy that gets the doll, and yeah, buys it off him, brings it home, and then sure enough, crazy stuff ensues. Eerie things start happening, and that are a little bit unexplainable. They blame it on the kid for a while, and about halfway through the film, they realize the doll is actually possessed by a killer and is on a killing spree, and it's up to them to try to stop it. This is a classic. This is a film that boosted the killer toy uh, type of horror films and stuff out there. It's still a smaller subgenre than like slasher films. It's technically a slasher film too, but it's definitely a smaller subgenre than like the paranormal standard slasher films, things like that. But overall, I absolutely love Child's Play. A majority of horror fans, I think, do. This one actually does have a good creepy factor, especially if you watch it for like the first time. Even in like adulthood and stuff. I know some of my friends checked it out when they're older, and if you put it on late at night, turn the lights off and turn the volume up and stuff, it actually has some pretty good like creepy aspects to it. And I love the way they did with all the puppetry effects and everything for the film. They even did a lot of cool shots where forced perspective, where it'll be like someone like there'll be like someone in a Chucky costume in the back, and they'd be standing more to the front and up close to the camera like this, and it'll look like he's smaller and stuff. There's a lot of good shots of that. There's a lot of good kills in this film, and I absolutely love the ending of this film, where they throw him in the fire and he still comes back to life until they shoot him through the heart, and then he's dead, at least for this film. So yeah, I absolutely adore this film. There's not very much I don't like about it. Yeah, like the child actor, I thought was did a pretty good job for his young age. I know not usually the making or breaking point of people watching this film. Some people find him a little bit annoying. I think he was like adorable and a good child actor and was a perfect for the role and had definitely believable. And it's really funny watching him walk through like the winter streets of Chicago or wherever it was, carrying the Chucky doll. It's like as big as him and stuff. That was like adorable and stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of cheesy moments like that, and yeah, and just the realism it looks with the killer doll and everything is still good, and it still stands up to this day. Cinematography is fantastic, special effects are great, and the acting's pretty good too. So what can go wrong? There's nothing much for me to complain about. The pacing's good. I absolutely adore this film, so if there's nothing to complain about, this film's getting 5 out of 5 from me. Child's Play, absolute classic. If you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out. There's not much else to say. I will be doing the rest of the franchise later, but not right now. But I just wanted to watch a killer doll movie, and that's what I did. Definitely a go-to good film for some good time. And it's definitely, the rewatchability on this is actually really good. So yeah, always a fun time for me. Hopefully it goes for like that for you guys. So yeah, definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. There's a trailer link down below if you want to just relive it or see what I'm talking about if you've never heard of it. That's all linked down below. Also my Instagram and Letterbox is linked down below as well. On Instagram I always post my clips of films I'm going to review on my story, and I usually have the film title and hashtag and the subgenre film and a hashtag in the video clip. So yeah, that's there. And also on Letterbox, that's where I put my first star rating for the film right after watching it. So yeah, so if you want to stay in the loop, follow me on one of those. I'll link my Letterbox account down there too, at least my username and stuff, so you can find me on there. So yeah, that's all linked down below. Comment your opinions of the film down below. Let me know what you thought of it. Also, if you have a favorite film from the Child's Play franchise, let me know that down below. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on the franchise and everything like that. And if you have any other films, whether it's horror or whatever, I'll watch anything. Comment and that you want to hear my opinions on, comment those down below. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. So yeah, and like and share this video, and make sure you subscribe, because I have no idea what horror films I'm going to do next. I'm probably going to do another horror film. That's my favorite genre of film. So yeah, but yeah, watch out for all those killer possessed dolls running around killing people out there. There's a lot of them. So yeah, just try to stay safe, and I guess I'll see you all in the next review. Hopefully it's another good, fantastic, fun horror film like this one. So yeah, guess I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.